These homes weren't built for the middle class. They were designed for people with over $1 billion in the bank. Today, we're taking a peek behind the doors of the world's most expensive mansions. The ones mere mortals aren't even allowed to go near. Let's dive in. The Evergreen Crystal Palace is the perfect hideaway for a billionaire recluse. This glass-covered 5-story mega mansion in Missouri comes with a price tag of $80 million. Construction began back in 1990 for businessman Robert Plaster, but the project was so massive it wasn't completed until 2022, long after Plaster had passed away. Since then, the Evergreen Crystal Palace has been waiting for a new owner, someone ready to enjoy total seclusion inside 25,000 square feet of living space. That's big enough to fit an entire football stadium. The only way to get there is by air, which is why there are 2 helipads on the roof. The interior is decorated with green marble and brass accents, featuring a jacuzzi with ocean views, a private bar the size of a restaurant, and an underground garage that fits 12 cars. Would you live in a house like this? How would you like to live in Barbie's dream house? Meet the Bubble Palace, a wild pink mansion near Cannes that once belonged to fashion designer Pierre Cardin. Each of its 10 bedrooms was styled by a different modern artist, and the furniture inside looks like it came from another planet. Everything is cushion-made and totally one of a kind. Guests can enjoy performances in a 500-seat amphitheater or go for a swim in the infinity pool overlooking the French Riviera. Back in 2017, Cardin put the Bubble Palace on the market for a staggering 350 million euros, but it still hasn't found the right eccentric billionaire. In the meantime, it's become a go-to filming location for music videos, movies, and fashion shows. You pay $238 million for an unfinished apartment? Billionaire Ken Griffin did just that in 2019. This is the most expensive 4-story penthouse ever sold in the US, located in the 132-story Central Park Tower, the tallest residential building in the world. From the windows, you get sweeping views of Central Park and all of New York City. The place spans 24,000 square feet, roughly 20 times the size of other apartments in the building. Tens of millions were later poured into high-end renovations, and Griffin even shelled out $750,000 for an underground parking space that can fit 64 cars. But he doesn't plan to live here full-time. To put that in perspective, $238 million could provide housing for at least 1,000 families. Instead, this apartment just sits empty. Say hello to Chambord Castle, a Renaissance masterpiece that's over 500 years old. Even Leonardo da Vinci had a hand in its design. He came up with a brilliant double helix staircase, where people going up would never cross paths with those coming down. The castle features 426 rooms and contains over 450 art pieces spanning different eras. The surrounding grounds constitute the largest park in Europe, 5,440 hectares, enclosed by a 32-kilometer-long wall. You could fit half of Paris in there. Chambord Castle is technically priceless, with an estimated value in excess of $1 billion. But you couldn't buy it even if you had the money. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is partially open to tourists. A dream mansion or your own private island. On Tarpon Isle, you don't have to choose. It's got both. Located in Palm Beach, Florida, it's the only residence on its own island. Set on 2.2 acres, this estate boasts 11 bedrooms, 15 marble bathrooms, a private movie theater, a massage room, and multiple gyms. There's also the only night-lit tennis court in town and a luxury spa lounge right by a massive 98-foot pool. Perfect for sipping cocktails with an ocean view. Naturally, it includes its own dock, since the best way to arrive is by yacht. Originally listed for $218 million, it sold for $150 million in 2024, making it the most expensive home ever sold in Palm Beach. You don't have to fly to France to wake up in a Versailles-style palace. Just buy Playa Vista Isle, a mansion on Florida's famed Millionaire's Mile. It even comes with its own private beach and a 492-foot stretch of ocean to dock a couple of yachts. One look at the 22-karat gold-plated front gates, and you already know this place is pure luxury. Inside the Grand Hall, you'll find a $2 million marble staircase and a 120-year-old Austrian chandelier. The estate also features a 30-car garage, a resort-style pool with a bar and water slide, and the world's first private in-home IMAX theater. Versailles could never compete with all this comfort. In 2017, this palace, originally called Le Palais Royal, went up for auction for a jaw-dropping $159 million, setting a U.S. auction record. But it eventually ended up selling for $42.5 million. Looks like the new owner really knows how to negotiate. Billionaire Mansion is quite aptly named. This $250 million Bel Air estate has only ever been affordable to about 3,000 people on Earth. Why? Because they're billionaires. The 4-story, 38,000 square foot mansion is basically a luxury mall disguised as a home. It comes with a massive infinity pool overlooking the city, a $30 million collection of classic and sports cars, over 130 artworks from around the world, and a helicopter straight out of an 80s TV show sitting on the roof. In 2019, the mansion finally found its match, Charles Cohen, who managed to buy it for only $94 million. After all, billionaires don't get rich by making bad deals. Architect Aldo Stark was so obsessed with Ferrari that he designed an entire house around the brand, the Casa Maranello. It's the most expensive home in Delray Beach, Florida, and sold for $50.5 million. Out front, there's a fountain with Ferrari's iconic prancing horse. Inside, you'll find a private auto gallery featuring 12 sport cars, while the living room features a 75% scale model of a vintage Ferrari 250 Testarossa, completely one of a kind. The wellness center is Bulgari hotel-level fancy, complete with a Himalayan salt room, sauna, and steam bath. The bar alone is worth $2 million, with a glowing tiger onyx counter and fossilized wood walls over 1 million years old. The buyer hasn't been named, but one thing's for sure, they really love Ferraris. When it comes to famous mansions in LA, the Manor is the crown jewel. Everyone from Prince Charles to Hugh Hefner have been here. Once owned by producer Aaron Spelling and his wife Candy, this castle-like estate in Bel Air is actually bigger than the White House, 56,500 square feet to be exact. That's why Spelling earned a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for owning the largest home in the world. The manor contains 123 rooms, including some that were custom designed by Candy herself, namely the flower cutting room, the gift wrapping room, the wine and cheese room, and even one for her doll collection. The Spellings lived here for 18 years. After they passed, the estate was listed for $165 million. But seriously, who's willing to drop that kind of cash, even for a giant house like this? Living in harmony with nature is the driving concept behind Villa Siena, a futuristic Bel Air mansion inspired by the 4 elements. After a long day, you can take a dip in the reflective pool designed to resemble a flowing river, or relax in a spa surrounded by live plants imported straight from the jungle. Want to grill? There are open fireplaces both indoors and out. There's even a 12,000 square foot rooftop picnic garden for stargazing or napping under the sky, thanks to the retractable bedroom ceiling. The whole dream package is up for grabs at $177 million, but Villa Siena is still waiting for the right billionaire to fall in love with its high-concept charm. Can you believe the most expensive home in Normandy sat crumbling for over 100 years? That is, until interior designer Jacques Garcia bought Château du Champs de Bataille in 1992 and restored it to its 17th century glory. Every detail, down to the antique furniture and 20,000 rare books, is designed to recreate the splendor of a French noble's estate. There's even a cabinet of curiosities filled with global treasures, and a dead zoo on display. The estate just keeps expanding. An Indian palace, a grotto with a waterfall, you name it. The chateau's value has already surpassed $1 billion, making it so exclusive that even billionaires can't afford it, but they can rent it. They say you can't buy peace and happiness, but on Phuket, it'll cost you about $18 million. That's the asking price for Yamu 1, a hillside villa with the magical ability to make you instantly relax. Every inch of this 4-level estate, set on 2.7 acres, was designed for yoga, meditation, and inner peace. The landscaped gardens open right onto the coastline, offering stunning views of Phang Nga Bay. The 79-foot saltwater infinity pool, made from lava stone, bends perfectly with the sea, so swimming here feels like becoming one with the ocean. Inside, the design is all about water and minimalism. A team of 6 staff handles everything from gourmet meals to spa-level pampering. Honestly, who wouldn't want to escape to this paradise for even just one day? Priced at $18 million, Le Château des Lumières is the most expensive home in the state of Virginia. Its design is inspired by 18th century French architecture, and every detail inside has been crafted from timeless materials: cherry wood, marble, and hand-forged iron inlaid with gold. But aside from its old-world charm, this mansion also includes modern luxuries like a home theater, spa, and even a full-size basketball court. In the 13 years since it was built, no one has ever lived here, but judging by the opulence, someone should definitely film the next season of Bridgerton inside. You won't find another mansion in the world as well connected to nature as Lionheart, located in the ultra-exclusive Oil Nut Bay Resort in the Caribbean. It sits on a 12.5-acre hillside, plenty of space for 100 houses, but here there are only 2 villas. Its rooftops blend seamlessly into the landscape, and the entire structure is made from natural materials: fossilized shell tiles, sliding glass doors, and as much natural light as possible. The 360-degree views from the infinity pool carved out of stone are breathtaking. This kind of secluded paradise costs a cool $39.5 million. If you've made it this far in the video, chances are you love content like this. So don't forget to like and subscribe. The extravagant Valerie Kogan mansion, priced at $259 million, makes Buckingham Palace look like a quaint summer cottage by comparison. This over-the-top residence in Caesarea was inspired by Russian imperial architecture and combines Baroque and Rococo styles. The interior features marble, onyx, silk, gilded stucco, and enough gold to make Versailles blush. Outside stand 2 fountains featuring Roman sculptures, plus a giant pool with built-in surround sound and an outdoor TV. Originally listed in 2020, the price has since dropped 40% to $149.5 million. But it's still the most expensive private home in Israel. Developer Niall Naimi spent 8 years building the most controversial mansion in U.S. history, the $500 million Bel Air beast known as The One. Featuring 21 bedrooms, 42 bathrooms, and a footprint of 105,000 square feet, it's basically the size of a full city block. There is a 50-car garage, a gym with a 400-foot running track, a 4-lane bowling alley, a private nightclub and bar, a 10,000-foot squared golf course, 5 infinity pools, a cigar lounge, and even an art gallery. But Naimi never found a buyer, went bankrupt, and the mansion ended up being auctioned off for just $126 million. Now the new owners are trying to flip it for $340 million. This might be the wildest real estate story of all time. How about a cup of coffee at 558 feet in the air with the Mediterranean Sea as your backdrop? That's life in the world's most expensive penthouse, Tor Odeon Tower Sky, which sold for $440 million. It's located in Monaco's tallest skyscraper, occupying the top 5 floors of the 49-story tower. With 35,500 square feet of living space, this place is bigger than most office buildings. There's a circular infinity pool with a high-speed water slide on the roof, providing a full 360-degree view of Monaco. Floor-to-ceiling windows give you a front-row seat to the sea, and the penthouse also comes with unlimited access to a spa, nightclub, bowling alley, private theater, and a 24/7 limousine service in the building. Not too shabby, right? This might look like Queen Elsa's mountain palace, but it's actually a jaw-dropping ski lodge at the base of Aspen Mountain. Its standout feature is its sliding glass front doors. In the winter, you can admire snow-covered peaks while staying toasty inside. In summer, slide the doors open to let the mountain breeze flow in. There's even a private ski hill that leads right to the back door. After a day out on the slopes, unwind in the outdoor jacuzzi or enjoy dinner in the rotating dining room with panoramic views. If the weather's bad, hit the in-home bowling alley or retreat to the soundproof movie theater. The price for this winter wonderland was a cool $76 million, paid outright by mega dealer Terry Taylor. No haggling necessary. How old do you think Chateau Louis XIV is? 300 years? Maybe 400? Nope, it's just 14 years old. This is the only modern castle in all of France, and it's just a stone's throw from Versailles. With 75,347 square feet of space, this villa blends 17th century design with cutting-edge technology. The estate sits on 57 acres of landscaped parkland, featuring a gold leaf fountain and a garden modeled directly after Louis XIV's original residence. This most ambitious project took hundreds of French artisans 3 years to bring this vision to life, using literal tons of marble and over 15,000 sheets of gold. The result was a $30 million masterpiece sold to an anonymous buyer. Ever visited an estate the size of a village? Meet the €750 million Villa La Leopolda on the French Riviera. It stretches across 18 acres and is the most expensive private residence in Europe, built by none other than King Leopold II of Belgium. The layout of the rooms is intentionally seamless, one flowing into the next to create a sense of infinity. Several of the estate's wings are dedicated to curated art and antique galleries from around the world, where every piece is chosen to enhance the villa's aesthetic. The gardens around the mansion are full of rare and exotic plants you won't find anywhere else in Europe. That's why Villa La Leopolda is considered one of the most beautiful landscapes in the world. Even Alfred Hitchcock couldn't resist filming here. Bien Sur in California is the only residence in the country so close to the ocean that you can spot whales and dolphins right from its terrace. This private retreat includes 4 combined lots and 8 buildings spread across 43 acres, about half the size of the Vatican. Naturally, it has the region's only private $3 million funicular to take you from the beach up to the main house on the cliff. The home itself is a retro gem from the 70s, with floor-to-ceiling windows, bold wooden and stone finishes, and a giant rock fireplace that takes up an entire wall. All this could be yours for just $21.5 million, which honestly feels like a bargain for something this grand. In the exclusive 10-home enclave of White Stallion Estates near Beverly Hills, even celebrities like Britney Spears and Jamie Foxx have tried to get in. They were eyeing the Quincy, a $30 million mansion set on 20 untouched acres with 360-degree views of the Santa Monica Mountains and the Pacific Ocean. This single-story home was built to maximize natural light, with massive windows and sliding glass doors, so every room can open up to the environment. On one side, there is a sleek black mirror pool. On the other, a pickleball court. Inside, you'll find a 4K home theater, a full gym with a spa, and a wine wall holding 540 bottles. Until Hollywood snatches it up, the Quincy is available to rent for a few dreamy days. Take the natural beauty of the Mediterranean and mix it with the glam of Beverly Hills, and you get Palazzo di Amore, a party palace made for modern-day Gatsby's. This place has it all: a ballroom for dancing, a concert hall for live performances, and even a real theater. In the summer, you can throw an epic event for 150 guests beside the estate's massive infinity pool, all while gazing at panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean and West LA. Guests are treated to one of America's finest wines, grown right on the property's vineyard. In 2014, this estate was listed for a record-breaking $195 million, making it the most expensive home in the U.S. at the time. As of 2022, it's back on the market for $129 million. But the next Jay Gatsby still hasn't come knocking. Julius Caesar would probably feel right at home in the Romanesque mega mansion. But this baby is located in the exclusive gated community of Dubai Hills. With a hefty price tag of $32.5 million, let's see what buyers get for their money. The interior strikes a balance between luxury and tranquility. Think hand-finished white walls, soaring 20-foot ceilings, and marble floors with a pearlescent shimmer. The mansion includes 6 bedrooms with walk-in wardrobes and 8 uniquely designed bathrooms. Outside, there's space for a barbecue party of 18, plus a resort-style pool complete with a waterfall. At Stonebridge Mansion in Ontario, you could buy your own luxury resort and still have room left over. Somehow, the developer managed to buy up 52.5 acres of private forest, complete with 3 massive ponds, a cascading stream, a spring-fed lake, and a white sand beach, all for just one billionaire's home. The European-style villa includes some truly unique amenities: a TrackMan golf simulator room, a custom-designed ice cream cafe, and a glass-domed winter garden that looks straight out of a fairy tale. And all this luxury for just $13.7 million. When you're tired of the hustle and bustle of city life, there's no better escape than this stunning mega mansion in Alberta, Canada, set on the best lot in Calgary with jaw-dropping mountain views. All yours for just $4.5 million. With 11,000 square feet of monochrome black and white calm, this home was designed to have minimal visual clutter. Everything has been meticulously planned to make guests feel relaxed and cared for. Among its standout features are a cigar lounge, a wine cellar, and a private library with its own reading room. It may not be the most expensive house on our list, but its unique intentional design definitely sets it apart. On Long Island sits Fordune, the former estate of Henry Ford II, heir to the Ford Empire. This luxurious European-style mansion was built in the late 1950s and spans 42 acres, including a quarter-mile of private Atlantic shoreline. Inside, the house still boasts bohemian mid-century touches, ornate plaster ceilings, Italian marble fireplaces, and classic French parquet flooring. Outdoors, there's a tennis court, basketball court, and a 60-foot pool. The home was listed for $175 million in 2017, but with no takers. HBO swooped in and rented it for the filming of the series Succession. After the show's success, the mansion finally sold in 2021 for $105 million. That's a wrap. So what do you think? Are these homes worth their eye-watering price tags? Or would that kind of money be better spent elsewhere? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya!